When we left off, we were making our way down the Pacific coast of Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula.
Badly wrapped right now.
On the outside of the Nicoya Peninsula, once you head south out of the busy Tamarindo vacation area, the territory gets more remote and less developed. There are less tourists, and there aren't a whole lot of protected anchorages. One of the few bays is Sámara, which is a large, half-moon-shaped bay divided by a large reef in the middle and a small island at the southern end. Costa Rica is known for its amazing bird life, with 850 documented species, which is nearly twice as many as the US and Canada combined. One of our favorites so far are the Scarlet Macaws, which are generally found in pairs and have the most incredibly colored feathers and interesting voices.
Hello? Hello?
Oh no.
Hello. This is what these guys are throwing down. I don't know, there's some kind of a macaw, right? They're a big parrot.
Big pre-parrot, yeah.
So they're digging into this. It looks like they're taking out the center. I think there must be a seed in the middle, maybe? So it kind of looks like he's opened it and there's like a little...
Yeah.
That'd be my guess. I bet you there's a little seed or something in the middle. Hi. Hello, hello. Hello. Yeah, there you are. Hello. Hello. Hey buddy, have a look this way. Oi. Hello.
Despite the excellent beaches, this small village has managed to remain a quiet, sleepy vacation town. And it made us think that maybe this is what most of Costa Rica was like 20 years ago, before the huge resort areas were built up. Well, fairly quiet, except for some crazy daredevil gyrocopter tours.
Well, we just pulled into this really nice little out-of-the-way point. Puerto Coyote is what traditionally there used to be a port here before there was roads. It's how they got all their food. And we weren't expecting much out of this. We just thought we'd break the day up a bit. And this is the calmer anchorage out of the last couple we've had that were mentioned and supposedly nicer with bigger hotels. This is pretty remote, yeah?
It is, yeah. It's
not much out here.
basically just mountains and jungle and ocean, which is pretty cool.
But the calmest spot we've had yet. There's very little roll in here. We're well protected from the southerlies we're getting. And we just found out a nice family from San Jose that has a house out here, kayaked by, and we had a good chat with them. They gave us some tips on the estuary that we might try and check out if we stay here, and that the Coast Guard's up the river here as well. So Hillary's going to give them a call.
Say hello and let them know we're here.
It's always good to be friendly, so go ahead.
Guarda Costa, Guarda Costa, Guarda Costa, Punta Coyote, soy Bolero Baruna. Cambia.
Go, fingers crossed.
Hello.
I would say that's a...
That's a no.
But hey,
they're having dinner right now.
we tried, we put in the effort.
Yep.
Trying to give them a view of the, look at this around here.
I know, it's beautiful. There's no giant, huge hotels, development, restaurants, just one little tiny restaurant on the beach and a little tiny hotel back there. we pulled in, we watched all the fishermen come out of the estuary across the bar, headed out fishing for the night. They stopped by and said hello as well, which was nice. We have a little bit of protection from the south from this point, a little bit calmer in here. It's a big, huge, long beach, which is mostly a big surf beach here, which this whole section of coast, the southern half of the Nicoya Peninsula, is pretty much just big surf beaches. Not a lot of protected areas, but not a bad spot here. Gonna try putting out our flopper stopper. We tried it
Take 2.
the other night and it did not work so well. We've made some modifications and we're gonna see if it works.
Excited at the chance to explore the estuary and river channel, we decided to brave the bar crossing, where the swells of the Pacific meet the outgoing river, creating shallow sandbars and breaking waves that we safely navigated through in the dinghy.
Coast Guard back there.
Had a chat with them this morning. So this water looks pretty nice if it wasn't for the crocodiles. Is it crocodiles?
Crocodilia, I
Crocodilia?
think. I believe, I'm not sure.
We know there's some up here a ways, which probably means they're anywhere in here they want to be. I don't think we're going to get far enough today. The sun's really going down. We're going to head back. I am sweating facing that sun. Oh, I need to take my shirt off here.
Here in Costa Rica, one of our favorite things to do is explore the estuaries, which are important habitat for many of the native animals, and rowing through them often gives us a good glimpse at wildlife.
Hello? He just pooped. He just pooped into the water. It's very unsanitary. Oh. He just swapped. He's right behind on the other branch now. Now, quite often we get a lot of people telling us how we need a motor for our dinghy. Mr. Kingfisher?
Maybe, yeah, I think so.
Sounds like it. It's pretty loud. And while we've been looking for a motor for a while, basically to replace the, well, since we lost the last one, rowing is, we find, really efficient. Of course, it's good exercise. It's hard work. But it is a way to keep in shape. It is a way not to stand out. There's very little on here that looks enticing for someone to want to steal. Just some oars and a nice hard shell dinghy. They track really well because it's a nice hard shined bottom. It's designed well. It'll also surf pretty well and come up on all sorts of surfaces. We don't have to worry about any punctures. We do like the idea of a motor. A motor is very helpful if you want to go long distances. Probably be helpful up here. You do have to get through the break and not get the motor ruined to get up here. But this also makes it a lot quieter. It's a nice row up through the mangroves. You don't disturb the wildlife as much. It's good for spotting stuff. But yeah, when we're going diving or long distances, if we want to go around a corner, a motor would be great. For everything else, 98% of the time we'd prefer to row. Because when most of our dinghy hops are short distances to shore, and we'd rather not have stuff stolen ashore, so we just try to look as nonchalant as possible. But it's good. Boat rows well. We like it. I'd encourage you guys to have a think about a hard shell rowing dinghy. It's definitely not for everybody, and the majority of people these days go out with inflatables. That's just fine. Just know there's pros and cons to every side. You can hear the ocean now. Racing birds.
Time to head back out. Across the bar.
Yep. Face the gauntlet.
It's always a little bit trickier going back out through the waves, as you gotta time it right to get over them and not have them break. Fill the dinghy with water and make it really hard to row. It is 20 to 6. Up nice and early this morning, doing some toast for breakfast. We're gonna get the dinghy on board and then sail on out of here as soon as the sun comes up. about 40 miles to go today, so nice long day, getting an early start. Follow our track back out and then sail. There's a nice little breeze right now to sail in.
So every evening the fishermen come out, they cross the bar here, they all wait together, and then right as sun's going down they head on out to do their fishing. Mostly for pargo, what we hear, almost all pargo, which is snapper, just fishing on the bottom out by the rocks. And then first light they come back in, we had 2 already go in, and then here's another one coming in, and then they're going to time it and they cross over this surf on their way back in and make their way up the river channel here at high tide.
Probably going to be hard to see, but there they are right there, and it's sitting there waiting to time their cross. And it sounds like they're going for it.
Now it's time for a dinghy disassemble.
We're headed out. I hold up the anchor and there's a little baby octopus hanging off our anchor when I hold it up. That was pretty cool. Fell back in the water. Anyways, we sailed off anchor, got both the sails out, the fishing lines out behind us. Now we're just following our track to get out of here, deeper water, and we'll be on our way.
What's our depth right now?
Our depth is 21 meters right now.
It's not bad.
Not too bad.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, we'd love it if you shared it with your friends, gave us a thumbs up, and subscribed to keep following our adventures. Until next time, adios.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. That's over. Happy Valentine's Day.
Let's not move on to the next one yet. Whoa.